Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'll come on today to do a tutorial. I've been just doing bits and pieces of things. So today I'm going to show you how to make one of these flowers. I made one of these little flowers. Now you can put that on anything you want to, your hat, your bag, anywhere, and it's not that hard. And so people who haven't sewn before, please don't turn it off, because it's really not that hard to do. So anyway, I have got some pieces here that I've cut out, and I'll show you how I did that, because just give me a second here. I've found this piece. When I did this one, I just did that with by freehand, and I think it looks a bit square. It's just a little bit square, you know. So I needed an ovally shaped piece, like the flower would be, you know, around it like that for a petal. So I got the end off the tissue box. I was going to take that bit, and then I thought, oh no. So I cut that piece off there to make and use that top bit as my curve for the top of this. Okay, now I've cut these out, and I did 10 of them. You need 10 pieces. You can use a plain colour under. So underneath I got this body one. I haven't put nothing on the back yet to cover over the, you know, bits and pieces. Now you can either do these by machine or by hand, but it doesn't take long to do them by hand, because, you know, that's just, you know, the way that I did them, because it was really easy. You need to have some of that little bits of fabric, right? So then you need to have some cotton and a needle, and that doesn't really matter as long as you've got a nice needle that you're happy to sew with, what sort it is. You don't want too small or too big, okay? And then you need to have some thread, and I've got some here that I've been using, sort of a grey colour, and that's okay, because it'll look okay. You can't really see it that much, or you can match the thread with your piece of cotton material. And you want to have actually you're supposed to call it fabric. Material can be lots of different things. So then you got, I'll put a knot in that, and all we have to do now is put them together like this, right sides together. You also need some toy filling, and then all you need to do is just go around the outside like so. And I didn't actually do any, because I thought, well, by the time I get them and I'm doing them, I should be showing you first what to do, shouldn't I? Because I've got to start from the beginning so you can see how it works. It won't take long to make at all. You just make some stitches. Doesn't matter how big they are. Oh, well, it does. You don't want really too big. You want to have it so you can they look neat and tidy, you know. You just go around the outside like so, but you leave a space at the bottom, right? Now this is what I did as I went along, okay? So I'm going to show you how I made what I did. I put a little back stitch at the end of that, just to end it off with a bit of a knot like so, and that one's done, okay? And then you've got to do this. We need to find our tweezers, which we did have yesterday. I did have a pair somewhere here handy. I had 5 pair, but you know how that is when you start to... I bought a packet of them, because I wanted those ones that went like this. I was telling you about the other day, I think, to pick up beads with. Now I bought 5 different sorts in a packet for $2.50 at a cheapie shop, and they actually work. They were actually clipped together. So you need some toy filling, and I got mine out of the pillow in the spare room. So I bought a few pillows for the spare room, and you only need, you know, this. So I only needed it. I wasn't going to pay $10 for the toy filling. This is the same sort of, well, it's not exactly the same stuff, but sort of has a acrylic feel to it, because I do have a wool one, but and then you just poke this in there like that with your tweezers, look, see? This is not what I bought the tweezers for, but I thought, oh, that would work. Well, you just fill this up like so to make your little padded petal. Okay? What I did was just you pull it apart, because sometimes it gets a little bit, this stuff comes a little bit bunched up, and you don't want it to be too, you don't want knobbly knotty bits in there, like, or flat bits or whatever. You need to have it so it's sort of, and I'm trying to stuff a sort of flat bit in there now myself, and it's alright. We won't worry about it. Okay. Stuffing some more, and it's taken a fair bit, isn't it, really? Or maybe I'm not even getting any in there. Am I pushing it? I'm just playing around with it here. What's going on? Doesn't seem to be moving, does it? What's the matter with that? Come on, get in there. I had a pair with a broader top on them that I was using yesterday, or the day before, whenever I was making these. I only actually made one because I thought, well, I wanted to make more. I think that was my husband moving the chair on the kitchen floor. There's all these, you get some noises you get. And this won't go in here, look at this. And whether I've got, it's going in now. That took a lot of stuffing, didn't it? Now you can see that I've cut this out with the penguin chairs, which are these sort of big father type things with that edge on it. Now if you haven't got any of those, you can do this anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm thinking that I can see that bit around there, but it doesn't matter because I can turn over that side, and I don't care if it's a bit, you know, it gives it a bit of a personality. It's a bit straggy looking. So now I'm going to do more. You can fast forward me if you want to, but I think I want to sit here and make them. It's only 10 to 9 in the morning, and it's 29 degrees in here, which is not something we usually have inside because we usually have the air conditioner on, but like I said before, we don't like to turn it on too early. It's nice. It's sort of a little cool breeze outside. It's going to be 42 today here, which is 103 in Fahrenheit, my husband informed me, or something like that. That's nice, isn't it? It's been hot for so long here, like really hot. I mean, we're used to having hot, but not this bad. For so long. It's been going on now for 20-something days, 3 weeks or something. It usually drains it out here. We've had the air cooler on nearly all night last night. We usually turn it off and just use the fan, but it was just too hot. I couldn't go to sleep, so we turned it back on again. It was just too hot. Okay, so that's another one done, alright? Now, I can't really think of anything to tell you about them other than this. I'll just show around these other couple. I don't think it's taken me that long to do them, is it? About a minute for each one. So around him. It'll take long to make. It's going to go on the front of... Actually, I'm thinking of making a smaller one because I wanted to do these on the front of the journal. You could do it that big if you wanted to. You see what I'm doing here? Just straight stitch, down and back up through, and that's down and back up through, and that's not hard at all. You can do it, anyone can do that. It's just a easy way to learn doing sewing. When you got something and you have to turn it the right way, when you're trying to go get nice corners and that on it, it's a little bit harder. If it's a small thing, turn it through. I'll show you how to do that later on because I'm hoping that I can do this I'm going to do some sewing, so I'm going to do a sewing series of definitely be once a week or more. So have a rest from papercraft for a little while, but I'm still doing it at home. I'm still doing it here, what I mean at home. Okay, so we need 10 makes you 5 petals. Now you couldn't glue this, I don't think, because I don't think it'll look so good. Okay, so have a try. I mean, anything's, new is worth trying, I think, having a bit of a go and see what it looks like. I don't know if I've ever made any of these things before. I've made other flowers like the ice-name ones, yo-yo ones. I don't think I've ever done anything like this. I think that was my first one I've ever done. And some really good embroidery stitches and things out there you can do on different things. So we're going to have a go at lots of stuff. So I've got a plan. I think I've got a good plan. Plans of what I want to get done. One more. Come back here, you. The fan's blowing it away. Have to have the fan on. Sorry about the noise, but I could not do it without it going. The other day it was really bad on the videos, but I couldn't help that. It was just has to be. I have to have some things in life, don't we? I'll get myself back to the pool, I hope, but I'm still having this vertigo problem. Not good. Not going to go there, just in case. I don't think I've got anything exciting to tell you. Nothing interesting. I got up this morning at 7 o'clock and the groceries come through the door at 2 minutes past. That was good. As ordering online is fantastic, especially this weather. We don't have a car and it's not easy for us to car at home, so I ordered it last night online and it's just all the groceries are in the door by 7 o'clock this morning. That was absolutely amazing. I just love to do that now. I still go out and do a bit sometimes. I feel I need to, but there we go. So that's those done. Now all I've got to do is get my bag with my, excuse me a minute, I'll just reach this pillow to get some filling out of it. And we're going to just fill up the little holes. Now I opened this like that to start with before, just so I get the first bit in. And maybe I should have started with a smaller bit. Yeah. You couldn't have the hole much smaller than this, I don't think, unless you really, really, really wanted to. There we go. Now you wouldn't push it up that far that you're going to push it out between your stitching. You've got to just be really careful when you, you're not actually that careful, but a good idea if I move my hands the other way, I might be able to get the wool past it. I need to have a little piece in that, a little piece. Open that there. This one's a bit more rounder than that. Not much, but a bit. A bit more wool in it. A bit more wool. Sorry about that. I have to do a draw too. I've got a secret giveaway too that I've got to get on to. I never forgot all about that. I will do that soon. I've got a secret giveaway on one of my videos, so for all you people that entered that, I'll just go back and do the draw on that later. I'm not near my computer at the moment, so I'm sorry I can't do it for you now. I didn't think of that. Sorry about that. I haven't forgotten. I don't forget things. I just It's a bit slow sometimes to get them done. Opening with this to start with, pull them apart, and start pushing that in there. Once you get a bit in there, it gets a bit easier when you start to that it. Push that one out a bit better, so that might look good. Puffed up a bit better than that. Okay, so it's only taken me 10 minutes so far. It has. If anybody's having their breakfast or laying in bed having a sleep, whatever time you're watching this. I don't have much to talk about, that's not good, is it? My husband said I always want to talk when I get into bed every night time and it's time to go to sleep. He said, you're not talking then. And I said, well, he's busy through today, so he doesn't listen to me as much. Well. Yeah, well. Come on. Get in there. There we go. Actually, it sort of takes a bit because it flattens down a bit, doesn't it? We need to have them about the same thicknessy. That's good. That's going well. Seen a picture of these on something and could not find it yesterday no matter how much I looked. And I just, because I've seen the picture, I thought, well, I could try that. I could try that and see how it went. And just do what you can see is and it'll work. I think what it did for me, I had a bit of trouble with the centre because I did not think of what I'm going to, didn't think it out before I did that, and I'm going to show you in a minute what I'm talking about. Come on now, let's get this done. I haven't travelled very much around Australia at all. I haven't been very much any places at all. When I was younger, I probably I've never ever actually been out of New South Wales. And that's okay. I mean, I don't mind that because I'm not a big person for travelling, but I do, I was watching Krista, and she mentioned about how they travel around Australia, and I thought, well, I haven't been very many places, so I'm going to go and have a look. So this morning I turned on YouTube and I went down the Great Ocean Road, and I found that really good because I even got to fly out over the helicopter out over the ocean as well. And I know it's not the same as going there yourself, but it was pretty good. I was had the fan blowing my hair back, you know. Driving right by the car. Oh dear. Now I'm being silly. It's the heat, you know, it's doing it to me. And then I thought, well, each day I'm going to go somewhere else, have a look, see what I can find, what I haven't seen. Oh well, that's a lot, but to be honest with you, if you're travelling in a car, I don't think you can see a lot of stuff, and you can get out and enjoy the trip away and stuff like that, I suppose, if that's what you like to do. But I've always been a person that thought my holiday would be sitting here doing this. This would be the best holiday that I could have, and this is not going in here, Sonya. I don't know what you're doing, but it's stuffing in, it's not moving. Get going. There's no grips on these, which is a pain in itself, because I probably need to use one that have got a grip on them, which I don't know if I've got a little pair. We can't bother finding that now. We won't be long doing this anyway. We nearly finished that. So I can travel around Australia, and then I'm going to travel the world, I think, on the computer, because that's as best I can. Well, I don't really want to go in an aeroplane. I really don't. only went in there once in my life and frightened the living daylights out of me, so I'm not going to do that, and don't have to. The internet is an amazing thing that we can utilise in lots of ways, so I intend to travel around on that and go under the ocean and everything with the... Because as soon as you look at one thing to do with something, they'll put up a lot of other ideas that you might like. There's lots of people, David Attenborough, he did lots of good things in the Discovery channels and things like that. So I will be going checking out some of them too while I'm doing a bit of crafting, if I'm not crafting along with somebody else. Where's my needle now? That's nice. I've gone and lost my needle. Oh, here's one. It's got a bit of thread in it. Yeah, well that might be it because I haven't got much thread left. Okay, so now we've got that bit. Alright. Now, well, we'll do the other piece. Wait a minute. We'll do the other bit. Here goes my washing machine trying to get out the back door. Sometimes it gets off the spin, you know, and jumps about a bit. Hubby's gone out to bring it. Well, it's not actually gone out the back door. We just say that because it's jumping along. Right, now I need a piece of something like the colour of the other button that I got there, and I'm getting this off a dress. I've got a little dress that I bought, and I really like the colours. I'm going to show you a look. Look at this. I'm chopping that up, you know, because I really love the colours. So I'm cutting that up. And in this one, I've got a button in there. And that's what I intend to do for this one, because sticky buttons. Oh, my head. Oh dear. Wow, sugar. Shouldn't make that sideways thing, sorry. Oh boy. Okay, so when the button that I put in here actually has an oval shape to it. Like, see how that has got a curve part there? See? So that's what I'm looking for, to give it that sort of curve instead of it being totally flat. Which some buttons are, of course, and that's the way this is curved is really good. This shiny thing, I don't want to put that in there. And it doesn't matter what colour I've got. I can use this black one because it's sort of got a curve on it. Okay, so I'll use that. Now, when I did the first one that I made, I don't think I kept the... Oh yes, I did. I kept this to show you. Actually, I did one with just wadding in it, and that's pretty skew whiff, isn't it? You know. Actually, this has actually got a button and wadding in it. Because I tried to do that to make it... I think I like it like that. Just ordinary. Nothing stuffed in there at all. Okay. So what we've got to do now is to cut this circle out here, so it can be... So you want your button to... when you go to cut the circle, I'm going to have to take a piece out of this first so we can show you what we're doing here. When you cut your circle, you need the pieces to be able to come up like this, because everybody's button's going to be different. You need your pieces to come that far, right? And that way. So what you do is, we can just get a squarish sort of thing to start with, and then we'll turn it into rounded corners, a bit like this, okay? Because that's the easiest way you can do it, unless you're going to just... And that way, you're going to maybe be able to bring it up all the way around there to cover that properly. You don't want it too big, because then you'll have too much left over on it. And I don't know if I need this colour in the centre, or if I'm happy with that colour in there. I don't think I am. I don't think I like that colour in there after all that. Well, what made me do that without checking it out first? Not paying attention, am I? What about that? In the middle, the yellow. Yeah, okay. I think I'll go with the yellow spot. Maybe I'll have a yellow something else. And then I have these that I got at Vinnie's one day. They're strips of fabric, and they're for one of those jelly rolls, they call them. I don't want to put the green because I'm going to do a green leaf on it one time. I'm going to do the green leaf the same way, so I don't need to show you how to do that today. This should be enough here to make one of those round. Because I bought that because I wanted the dress because I love the colours, see, and that's what was just right for that. There goes my washing machine again. Sorry. Shouldn't be laughing. Hope you won't be impressed. I don't know. There we go. Right. It's only because I'm doing a video, you know. It usually does. Some does it sometimes, but you know how things are when you do videos. Everything likes to get in the story. The washing machine. I'm really been what's the name about it? I told him I wasn't getting a new one. I can died completely, which is not good, but that's what I want to do. If we're still washing the clothes, I don't think we should get a new one, do you? No. I've been saving the money for a long time, but I'm not going to buy one until that one dies, and then I'll get a new one. Only thing it does a bit of jumping because it's offset the load, that's all. I'm sure everybody has experienced that before. Right, so now all I did was just make a run stitch around there. Now I want the side that's oval to be on there. Nah, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Just change colour a tiny bit because the black's underneath it. That's something that you need to look at, but I don't mind, it's not too bad, okay? If you had something that your fabric was thinner, I mean, you can do this with any sort of button to make on anything. If you want to put some lace on one or something to make a nice lace button, you could do that too, which I've probably done before. I think I have. I've done different sorts of buttons, but we're going to do a bit of sewing anyway in the next few weeks or so, so let's, you know, work on that. We could even get it to go longer if I can get here to, and I should be able to. I'm just going around here now collecting up the fabric to try and pull it in the back because I don't want any sticky out bits there, okay? You do not want your sticky out bits to be on it. And that happens, doesn't it? I don't know if people see this on their phones, these things that I do. Some of them are little and they might not get a very good idea, I don't know. I hope I'm close enough anyway for you to see what's going on. Now, here we go. A minute, another bit. So if you've got a sticky out bit, just bit of stitch and pull it down, move it over. That's like a little pleat or a dart or something in it, see? You want to try and get rid of anything like this here, if you can see that. Thank you very much to everybody that's subscribing to my channel and to those of you that have watched me. It's very good of you. If you can't find me videos, I suppose if you just look in Google or just type my name into YouTube, you'll be able to find me. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that going to look amazing? Now, to put it together, we need to, keep licking my fingers, we need to get our first one. Now I'm not going to go right to the edge. I'm going to start back here, back before, like, you know, that far away I am. Look, because I want just that bit to be my, the reason it's like that, you need that bit there so you can stuff it in, you know. So we're going to just put a knot in, and I'm going to come along that one to there like so, right? Then I'm going to get the other one, next one to it, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Now if you're using two different colours, I'm going to make sure when you do this that you've got both the colours going the right way, both like so. When I did this one, I've got that one on that side and that on that side, so when you're putting them together you need to make sure they're both going to be up the right way, because you're sewing around like that, see? Get me? Now just goes about 2 or 3 stitches is all it needs. Well, I've got the knot on the back of mine, see? There's a big father knot there. And I'm just going to go across here like so. Right, there. The next one. Move this way. Doesn't matter if you catch a bit of the wadding in there, that's not going to hurt. And go across here this way. You go into this last one, the first one I mean, put a stitch in there, and then you want to pull it together, okay? Just pull on your cotton. Now, it's going to kick up a little bit, but if you keep watching what I'm doing, then you'll be able to fix that, okay? Because I know that that's going to happen, and I don't know whether I'm going to take it out as much as what I thought I would do, because I want to pull it in together really, you know, fairly tight, without breaking your thread, of course, and then just end it off. I don't know if I'll end it off because I want to go back around. I'm going to go back around and pick up more of the bits and just gather it back up again and like collect it up again, okay? Just make sure when you're doing this you don't put your stitches too far out over the petal, so that you're covering up your stitches with your little, this one, see? And make sure that's going to cover that over, right? It's a very bright flower, isn't it? Yeah, well, they do have these nice coloured flowers, don't they, in the world? Now, when I'm going around here, I'm pulling this a little bit. I'm just going around collecting up this and pulling it up a little bit, okay? Now, we can do that, and it will seem to kick up like this. See how that's doing that? All right, now don't panic though. Nobody panic, because you're going to keep doing this for a bit. Keep going back around until you got it nice and tucked close together. You got all these bits. You're just picking it up and going back around there until you feel I'm happy that I like the idea of it. So we've got that done, because you want it to hang on. You don't want it to be taken off on you. You want enough thread in there, okay? And I do tend to do sew things until they're really sewn, you know. Okay, so that's that. Now, it isn't too bad, really, compared with when I was doing the one yesterday, because the more you go around here, the more it will sit up like that. But what you just do then, or you can use this side if you want to, it didn't really matter, does it, which side we put the button on? Because I'm happy with both of them. But if that kicked up too much like this, right, if I've pulled it together and lifted it up too much like that, or you can leave it, all you do then is go round to the back of it, and just go around in the back of here, and this will bring it back down straight again. It brings it back down by just going round in there, collecting it up, pulls it back down the other way. Okay? Hope you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? See, look how that's bringing it back down. So then it makes it, well, it's got a good shape to it, but when I put it on something, I'm saying it's going to be flat like that. So this is still my top bit, so I'm going to keep that as the top bit. Okay? Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to end it off, only for the reason being that if I'm not happy when I put the button on there, I'll be able to move the button without undoing my flower. And I'm going to put a piece of felt on the back of these flowers when I've finished, because I need to end them off properly. If you're going to put them on, sew them onto something, I suppose you still put a piece of felt on there anyway. I don't know, it's up to people with it, you know, what they want to do, what you want to do with it yourself. So there's my button. Now to get that on there, because you can't go through the hole, you just need to pick up a bit of everything as you're going. It's not too hard. You're going to get a bit of everything. So I'm going to bring this up through the back of my thread up through the back of there, and then I'm going to go through this part here, see underneath of the button, and I'm going to pull it down into the centre. Okay, now all you've got to do is just go underneath here and get some of that as well, and just keep doing that until you've got it fastened down there, so it won't move no matter what. You know, you don't want a good strong breeze to blow it off, do you? So just keep going like that. See what I'm doing? Pick it up a bit of that and a bit of this. Keep underneath the button if you can. Get hold of it down there, like that. And there you go. I'm nearly back to the other side. I think I've been round. Just make sure I have to keep going anyway. I just like to make sure it's all tied down safely. Okay. There you go. Look at that. Now I've got two. And I need to put another. My leaf I wasn't very pleased with. I think it needs to be a bit more substantial. Okay. So when you do your leaf, which you'll do the same way as you did your flower, just make it a bit more substantial. And I don't think it'd matter. Now, if you didn't have the scissors to cut that edge, what you could do is just cut it, and then when you do these little stitches, just make sure that you come in far enough so it's not going to fray, because that's the only thing wrong. Unless you put it, you can't put a bit of glue on it because it just wouldn't look good. It would look really bad. I know not everybody's got a pair of them scissors. You can do this in felt as well, and felt will not fray. Or you could really go the other way and use different sort of fabric, like a stretch fabric won't. I'm going to have to tie this knot on here because I've just made a big loop. I'm going to knot this so I don't wreck it when I cut it. If you use a different sort of fabric, you can actually do it with fabric that's cut on the cross and it won't fray. If people know what that means, which you probably don't, but I'll show you that in another time. But this is what we're doing today anyway. So we've done that. We made a flower today, and I hope that you enjoyed that. And you can go and put that on the front of your books or on your hair, anywhere you want to. And I think it's a really pretty flower. I do like that. So thank you everybody for watching, and we're back later. Thank you. Bye bye.